Welcome to Secretary General Dr. Ghali. Mr. Secretary General, Honorable Speaker, Mr. Sivraj Patil, Minister Salman Hussain, other ministers, Mr. Ghali, and to the Indian group of Parliamentarians for Global Action. It is an honor to have you with us this morning, sir. To us, you are the voice of the world. You are the symbolic representative of humanity. It is the United Nations to which the citizens of the world look today for their hope of a better quality of life. The world is fortunate in having a man who is adequate to the task. In your mind, from 80 countries, committed to social global problems from a global perspective that rises above national and ideological boundaries. We pledge ourselves to this. We are strong supporters, the natural allies, as you once said, of the United Nations. You, sir, have been good enough to address us several times, opening our annual forum in New York in the year 1992 and our peacekeeping work
about the new ideas and concepts, policy and philosophy developing in the United Nations and world. Dr. Ghali is the first Secretary General of the United Nations to hold with skill, persuasion, and vision. Those who know the intricacies of the job have retreated into the background. However, it has not disappeared totally. Many peoples in the world from the developing countries suffer from it. It is therefore necessary to see that for the economic development and peace, geographically, the world is one. Politically, it is divided. Together of natural and human resources, capable of protecting
to the United Nations. You have helped us in the preparation process of the summit meeting of Rio. You have helped us in the preparation of the agenda for peace. You have helped us for the preparation for the Cairo Conference on Population, and you will help us for the next summit meeting on social development in Copenhagen. We need more than ever your assistance. Why? Because, as His Excellency mentioned, we begin a new era, which is the end of the Cold War. And because of the end of the Cold War and because of the revolution in the media, we need more and more the support of the peoples of the world. In other words, we don't want to underestimate the role of the different governments, the role of the governments of the member states, but it appears more and more that if the United Nations will not be able to contact the parliamentarian, to contact the NGO, to contact the grassroots, to contact the people of the world, we will not be able to achieve the goals, the objective of the United Nations. In other words, we need now something more than the support of the member states. And you, the parliamentarian, you in your association, Parliamentarian for Global Action, you can assist us. You can first of all be a kind of catalyst between the United Nations and the member state of the United Nations, the governments. You can be also a catalyst between the United Nations and the people of the United Nations. And finally, you can be a mediator in some difficulty which may happen between the government and the United Nations, a member state and the United Nations. So your role is essential. Your role is essential not only for the preparation of the different international conferences, your role is essential to help to create the necessary awareness in the public opinion to support the United Nations. Because the United Nations, without the support of the peoples of the United Nations, will not be able to work, will not be able to cope with the new challenges of the international community, the new challenges of the end of the Cold War. So your presence is essential. And I'm not saying this because I'm here with you or because I'm a former parliamentarian. I'm saying this in a very objective way. Unless we will be able to have the United Nations, we will be able to have more contact with non-governmental institutions, parliamentarian, scientific institutes, religious center, we will not be able to achieve the new goals of the United Nations, the goals connected with the end of the Cold War. So, once more I want to express my gratitude to what you have done, to the process, preparatory process of different international conferences, but what will be more important, what you will do in the next year. Why next year? Because 1995 is the 50th anniversary of the United Nations. 1995 will be the meeting of the Summit Meeting on Social Development. 1995 will also be, we will have a Summit Meeting of the Security Council at the 31 of January, to repeat the first Summit Meeting which was held the 31 of January 1992. 1995 will also be a Summit Meeting of the General Assembly to celebrate the 50th anniversary, the 24th of October 1995. So 1995 will be an important year for the United Nations. Through the different celebrations of the 50th anniversary, we may be able to create a new momentum all over the world in favor of the new role of the United Nations. And we need your assistance. And with your assistance, with the action of Parliamentarians for Global Action, you will be able to achieve the goal of the United Nations, peace and development. Development and peace. Because development is a prerequisite to peace, and because we will not be able to have development without peace. So we need your assistance, and through your assistance we will be able to achieve the goals of the United Nations. Once more, thank you for your presence here, and thank you to what you have done, and thank you to what you will do in the next year.
Thank you very much for a very short speech, no doubt. We would very much like that next time when you visit India, you spare more time for the parliamentarians here and have a dialogue. Before I request my colleague Saifuddin Chaudhary to propose a formal vote of thanks, we would like on behalf of PGA to present you a memento and souvenir from India and the Indian Parliament. May I request Dr. Ghali Graham, the Secretary General of PGA, please. May I request Mr. Saifuddin Chaudhary.
His Excellency Dr. Ghali, Secretary General of the United Nations, we are grateful to you for your brief but very illuminating speech. Parliamentary
The meeting is adjourned and we are on time, Mr. Secretary General.